All right, let's enter segment 1, where we finish our series on Battlelords of the 23rd century, 7th printing. We're going to whip through this one pretty quickly, especially considering how big this section is going to be. We'll give our final thoughts on Battlelords, and we will tease what we are going to do next time. So let me get this up on the screen. I'll get that off, and we'll get... Oh, that's the one. Hey, there's Battlelords. I'm not even going to look at errata today. It doesn't matter. Let me swap these around so I'm not looking sideways. Share screen. Since I'm only going to do the one thing, I'll do it like that. Boom. And we will F11 that bad boy. There we go.
All right. PDF page 413.
413. Thank you. So we've talked about character creation. We talked about the rules. We talked about we prefer a technical manual to this. It's not really narrative. The inconsistency mess.
It's not as bad as the
Star Trek Adventure
game.
Yeah,
it's not as bad as that, but it does have problems with this entire game has problems with defining game mechanics in a timely fashion. Like it'll say a game mechanic and then it'll define it sometimes up to 50 pages later is when it gives you the official definition. Up until then, you just got to wing it in your head. And we went through combat, we went through skills, we went through armor and armor modification, repair, weapons, and now
space combat. Don't forget the big one was space combat.
Space combat, yeah, the brand new one for this thing, which actually, looking back, I think it's better than regular combat.
Right. Well, regular combat is meant to be crunchy because it's striving for a sense of realism that might be beyond the scope of some people. It's one of the reasons why I like the game, because if you have a good game master, you can get that gritty realism, that crunchiness that some people may like. It's not as abstract. Now, some people like abstract. That's fine. Just understand those are two. It's a different way of doing it. The space combat was much more abstract. You just had range categories of based on the fastest ships, or slowest ships, and I liked it. I like both sides of it. Just not the way it's presented in this book. Then last week we had space magic.
Yeah. And some of it, when you get the high levels, is just, to be fair, in a lot of systems, your super high level magic is weird. Like super weird. But
we were just talking about it on Friday. Look at Earth Dawn. One of its high circle spells is city in a bottle. Yeah. You literally take a city and put it in the size of a bottle.
Yep. You shrink it and a bottle forms around it, and there you go. You can carry it in your pocket. It's fine. Of course, it's hard to sleep through all the screaming, but whatever. But nothing is silly like creating a supernova 90 parsecs away. Like you look up in the sky, it says, sun. You see that star right there? Yeah.
No, you don't.
That's where your Uncle Hal lives. Your Uncle Hal hit on my wife one time. Hang on. Watch this. Poof. No more Uncle Hal, son. Hope you already got your birthday card.
See that bright light? Just imagine that being his scream as it fades away.
Yeah. Indigo Dragon's right. Yes, it's Brainiac. Yeah, you can be Brainiac in Earth Dawn. Yes. Here we are now, and like I said, we're gonna cruise to this last part because we go kind of slow. And to be fair, somebody didn't call me out, was just asking the definitions that we have of a read through and overview of fundamentals. So let me describe that real quickly. And actually, while I'm doing that, because the people watching this later on YouTube are probably like, "Oh my God, get to the point!" Blah blah blah. Where's my little disclaimer? There's my disclaimer. A read through is we don't know anything about the game. We're gonna learn it online with you. An overview is we understand the game, either haven't played it in a long time or only played it once, or it's just a D&D clone, so we get it, so we give an overview of it. Fundamentals are like, no, we know this game. So we can dive deep into it and give you the fundamental, like how the game's done. This probably should have been more of a read through. I thought it was an overview, but it was much more different than I thought it was going to be. From the game we played, and since we haven't played it in so long, that read through, sure.
So this last part here, but the first part we want to spend time on that because that's what you're going to be doing as a player. The game master should already have a good overview of that, or if not, we'll watch those videos to get that kind of overview. Now we're at the part where it's like, hey, this is on you, but we want to show you that it exists.
Yeah, I mean, all this stuff here you don't need as a player. You don't need to know as a player. As a game master, you have to know this. So we're speaking to you as if you're a future player. So this is stuff you have to know exists, but not really have any in-depth knowledge about. So here we go.
All right. HAL is an acronym for hostile alien life form. Okay, so
Could be both.
Could be both. Well, in a way, you're right, because the Atlanteans are kind of threat levels. Okay, so what's this threat level here? It's POV. So, oh, by the way, I haven't read any of this.
Okay, this looks scale 1 to 9, with 1 representing a creature that is relatively easy to subdue, and a 9 or above being your worst nightmare.
Where are you seeing that?
Under the threat level description, higher.
Higher?
Up. Scroll up. There. Nope, a little higher. There.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay. Alliance military personnel often point out that the threat level assigned to a creature is often inaccurate in their opinion and totally useless in determining what threats the creature actually possesses and how to defend against them. Well, then why?
I love it.
Yep. Okay. Never mind.
I love it. No, that's awesome because I even hear that complaint about like D&D with the challenge ratings and threat levels. It's like I can make this threat level. They're level 5. This is a group of level 5 people, right? And I can make a challenge rating 5, and I can completely wipe the floor with them because I know their abilities and I can just go against them. Or vice versa, I can do a threat level 7, but they wipe the floor with my monsters because they're built to synergize against that. So yeah, I can see the point. Like that is kind of funny, but
it is kind of funny. Read the threat level for 1.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
On the chart.
Armor, you wussy. Fine, put on some street armor if you want. Look fashionable while you step into this bug. Weapons, see a sharp pointy stick over there, Private. Try not to fall on it. So body armor is optional. Weaponry, you don't need any weapons.
No,
so
you can just take your hands and feet. You're good to go.
All right, what's 9? It's above your pay grade, Grunt. Best to leave it to the suicide jockeys and the Humpties. If you're stupid enough to engage this thing, a quick death is the best you can hope for. Dying isn't even going to be so bad. It's the fact that you're going to die in some miserable and horrible way. Yep. Okay, so there you go.
Weaponry required: anti-tank weapons and heavy missiles. That's good. All
right, so strength multiplier. Yeah, this is a Pythonian stuff. Let's go on here. Remember, these creatures can have this stuff as well. This is the kind of the point of this.
5 times or higher. A creature can tear apart tanks and ultra armor with its bare hands. I don't want anything to do with that.
Again, you're gonna die horribly.
Yeah.
Again, goes into attribute modifiers. More crunch rule. Nope, not today. But if you want more crunch, natural attack. So a lot of creatures. I mean, you got arachnids. I'm sorry, aracrin or whatever the hell they're called now. Arachnids. They're gonna have some sort of spidery, natural attack at some point, right? And you're going to make your own aliens. I hope you're going to make your own aliens. Weaponry, armor. So it's just the basic stuff of what you'd expect to find on a creature. Sorry, the Acnarin, aka the arachnids or nids. So they're an affiliation of allied species whose intent is unknown, but who have shown apparently unprovoked hostilities toward alliance worlds and citizenry. They're fucking spiders. You're just a bug.
Like you. They don't care about you. You're just in their way.
You're just a bug, and it's a spider. That's all you really need to know. Wow. Is that a cyborg ram? What is that? That almost looks like a Mutzikin. Does this look like borged out?
It does. It does look like borged out stuff. But the stuff in the background, This is like upside down nonsense here. This is like crazy.
Well,
nightmare.
I cannot confirm or guarantee that this started with 7th edition with this edition of the game, but it really seems that the arachnids are more than just arachnids now. That when I paged through this previously, it's like, oh, I mean, some of them don't even look like arachnids. So naming conventions, who cares? They're bugs. Shoot them. Now let's look at some of their stats, vital stats. This is an arachnid warrior. We're not going to go through all of the different types, but just as an example, arachnid warrior, strength 150. Hey, Heathen Dog, what's the strongest ram in the game rolling perfectly?
I think that's a I think the max is 150 for all attributes, right?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
look, we also have a constitution of 150.
That's great. Intelligence 100. Wow.
So yeah, it's as
The
intelligent.
arachnid grunt is literally smarter than Einstein. Einstein's a 99. They gave that example earlier. So
Okay.
even the grunt compared to humans is a super genius.
Yep. It's it's got an average savvy. The 50 charisma. So it has 6 actions. It can bump twice. Initiative modifier -10. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It is a warrior, right?
Yeah, and it's big. So
well, no, -10 is good, isn't it? You want to roll
not
low.
as bad.
It's not a target number.
No, sorry. You're right. Sorry.
Death's door is -20. Body points 40 plus 60.
Holy shit. Whoa. Whoa.
Wait, what's the Matsian got? 2?
It's like 4 plus a D4 or some nonsense. I mean, even a ram python is something like 8 plus something. 40?
Perhaps the species most associated with the arachnid menace, in part due to its somewhat spider-like appearance, and are the arachnid warriors, who are a highly trained fighting force. Why? They can go solo.
Yeah, they don't need to be a fighting force. You can just drop a dude. Like, there's one arachnid warrior that'll take out that whole infantry. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Arachnid warriors rely on their skill and hardware. Unlike other horde members, these creatures appear to have minimal cybernetic augmentation. Huh. I wonder why that is.
That's minimal? You mean this is natural? This is like you pop out of your mama and you look like this?
Yeah.
God damn.
All right. Arachnid warrior weapons. They have a shift sword. Threshold to 5. Armor strength. No, strength modifier isn't applied. Interesting. Spear mode. Threshold. What's threshold R again? I forget. Oh crap.
I forget too.
Yeah. Spec particle weapon. Luster laser. Holy crap! Look how far out that goes. 66. And if you really think what's 66 average? 18, 20, like 20 points of damage, somewhere around there.
Stream math. Don't do this to me. Why?
No. It was a rhetorical question. Just go along and say, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And then somebody in later on in YouTube comments, no, you idiot.
21. 21.
Whatever. That's close enough to. I rounded.
Okay.
So,
which is plenty enough.
It says it right here.
Almost anyone in one hit.
Average damage 21. Well, here we go. Vulcan pulse weapon. Average damage only 78.
Oh, only 78. That's great. Yeah, I think the shift sword, I want to see the thing. It could be something like a vibro sword or something where your strength doesn't matter because it's either monomolecular or
it's got a whip mode
or something.
It's got a whip mode and a spear mode. So I'm guessing this is like more of a solid form, and this is a whip mode. Let's see if it says here. I'm not going to look it up unless it actually says here. Threat assessment. Warriors are the only member of the arachnid horde that commonly wear armor. Why? And their cybernetic augmentation is usually limited to a shoulder-mounted particle weapon. So they're predators.
Yep.
So many analysts speculate that warriors are, in fact, the leaders of the arachnid horde.
I wouldn't say no to that guy.
Right? What are you going to do about it if I say no? Anyone else care to feel his shoes?
The only thing I'm saying is how high.
Yeah, right. I can't get that high. All right. So, demonants.
Oh my god! And they're the.
I saw that.
The demonauts.
Did you see the strength?
Demonants, whatever.
150 times 10. What I'm guessing is that's 150, but it's times 10 strength when it punches you. That's my guess. We're gonna find out. I hope that's not actually 1,500 because you just would have saved space by putting a 0 there and intimidating us more.
Yeah.
As large as a maelstrom general, but a fraction of the Tempest Beast's weight and strength. Oh, great. So we're going to get something even. Do we have a picture? We have pictures of these things? Not yet. So it only weighs 3,000 kilograms. So about, 7,000 pounds?
Yeah.
Nothing. It's only threat level 7, so we can take it. 18 meter tentacle to tentacle. Okay, look.
Oh, those are the dudes in the back. Those are the dudes in the back in the big picture.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. It's an evil bug planet. That's all I know. Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. God dang it. Special abilities. It's only got combat ambidextrousness of a 4. Warriors had a 5. These guys suck. Oh, wait, got displacement shield. ECM. Like natural ECM. They just walk around and you're like, oh crap, I can't target it.
No, go back to body points.
Body. Well, 40-10. So that's another average of what, 22? So 22 times 10. So only 220 average.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, death door minus 63.
Minus 63. So just add that on.
I'm trying to kill it, sir. It won't die.
Threshold rating.
25. I don't know. Crap just keeps bouncing off of it.
Wow.
Well, I mean, this is why the game has missiles and so forth as well, right?
Yeah.
All right. Airborne guillotines. Oh, that sounds lovely. Oh, look. Well, these guys suck. They have normal attributes. Ha! And it's only 105 kilograms. Whatever. Okay, hold on. Agile, chameleon, infravision. Oh, these are the snipers. Stealth rating. Yeah, this is your special forces right here.
Oh yeah, no, this is a techno-organic weapon. The airborne guillotine is a large winged creature vaguely reminiscent of a pterodactyl. The creature gets its creative name from the fact that the leading edge of its wings are razor sharp, and the wing itself is heavily reinforced.
Where do you see that?
This design allows the arachnid flyer to literally decapitate its prey using its wings in low to ground flyby attacks.
There we go.
Oh, and if you think I'll just duck, the alien raptor is capable of reaching speeds in excess of Mach 1.
Wait, Mach 1 and how small is it? 2 meters. Yeah, you're not going to see that coming.
No, you're not seeing it coming. But by the time you know something happened, your head's already rolling. You're like, why is the world shifting?
Yeah. And why is everything going dim? Okay. You got some grunts. Again, we're not going to stop. We got a lot of pages to go through, so we're not going to stop it. Look, we're at 431 of 548. So flutters. Let's move on to the next. Oh, here, Maelstrom Generals. These are sometimes referred to as, God dang it, sometimes referred to the arachnid version of Ultra Armor. Referred to as the arachnid. Okay, the Maelstrom General is 10 meters tall, so it's a battle mech. Humanoid monstrosity with horn-like protrusions on either side of its head.
Okay.
It can do a flying kick, though. It's a freaking ninja. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Generals. Let's see the
Oh,
stats.
look at that.
Let's see the stats.
Oh, that's cool looking.
That looks like a kaiju from what do you call it? What's that movie?
I don't know.
Damn it.
You said Japanese words. I don't know anything about Japan.
No, it's a really, really bad movie that made a whole lot of money for some reason. It doesn't matter. Someone in chat will know it. But the hit points though, what? Oh, HP. Oh, heavy points. Okay, never mind.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Because at first I was trying to think like, how would you use this? But nope, you're right. Heavy points. Yeah, good catch.
Points. Threshold rating is 25 heavy points. Yep.
Oh, what? Because it's got a couple of lightning bolts surrounding it. It's impervious to
Dragon. Yes.
It's impervious to electricity. That's lame. Oh, strength 150 times 20. It's got a strength of 3,000. God. It did look cool though. I have to give this I like that. How tall is it? Oh, this is a 10 meter thing? Oh, yeah, 10 meters, 25 metric tons.
That's
all right.
It's bananas. It's getting ridiculous now.
Well, again,
you know what the thing is? Most of the time, the really, really big monsters are kind of dumb. All of these are either exceptionally or genius level intelligent. All of them.
Yep. Oh, it can only run at a rate of 40. Hey, what's your speed? 8?
Well, it's not run. It's more like they have the the
long legs of
long legs, kind of like, you know, take it all the way. Punch, average damage 270. Okay.
So,
Stomp, average damage 4 heavy points. Crush, 13 heavy points. That's great.
That's for you.
Oh, come on. Pacific Rim was not a good movie. Stop it.
not a problem for a Lance. Excuse me. Mad, yeah, no, actually, you did it right. Never mind. I was gonna chew out Indigo Dragon, but nope, he's right. Mad Cats. I was like, wait a second. Timberwolf is the clan name. No, but we don't use clan names here. Nope. Not a problem for a Lance of Mad Cats. Yeah. Except for clan mechs are all dirty, so you should say Marauders or Catapults or what would be it? No, my favorite mech on the tabletop game of that relative size here, the Grasshopper. Grasshopper Son. The Sao Bao. Nope, don't care. Actually, I mean, it's not that I don't care. We just have a lot of pages to get through. Oh, look at that.
They look cool.
Yeah. I want to know how they're not burning their hands.
Yeah. How are they holding the laser swords? I don't understand. Maybe they're psychic projections. I don't know.
Hey, do they have an immunity? Oh.
Wait, one of their special abilities is energy absorption 1000 and extra dimensional teleport.
Take that, Mutzikin. I can absorb over 10 minutes. Give me it all now.
Yep. And they regenerate.
Fancy gloves, yeah.
And they have Matrix Overpower, which since Matrix is already very powerful, I imagine Overpower is just really bad.
Not only can they
have
just
a heavy hit point flux shield. That's great. And they have displacement. Oh, they're intelligent, murderous displacer beasts. That's
yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I don't mean intelligent. I mean maximum intelligent. They have IQ 150.
To a Mutzikin, they're average.
No.
Yeah, and Mutzikin can have
150. That's all of it.
150. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's all of it.
That's all of it. That's all of the intelligence. All
the intelligence. They have all the intelligence and their displacer beasts and their mega damage. So okay.
Mega damage.
That's great.
Oh, yes. All right, now we have the Atlanteans. Now, I have never heard of the Atlanteans before. Again, it doesn't mean they didn't exist prior to this, but the only thing I'd actually heard of before were corporations and arachnids, but now we have the Atlanteans. Think of them as the replicators from Stargate. And if you're like, I don't know what that is either, well, nanobots. There we go.
Yep.
So so they have nano touch attacks. Damage is increased by 1d10 for each nano point spent. So apparently they got some points they can spend here. And so curing nanite infection, well, and they can infect you with their bots.
Hang on. We got to read this. It's in green. I've never seen any special text in green before.
All right. You want to get it or you want me to?
I got it.
Okay.
Targets who are being devoured by nanites, controlled by nanites, or about to be killed by nanites can attempt to destroy the nanites in their body. Nanites are sensitive to electrical shock, and a powerful electrical shock can destroy them. Though being shocked, potentially to death, is no doubt an unpleasant experience, the alternative may be far worse. For each point of electrical damage done to the infected victim's body points, the chance to destroy the nanites is 10%. For example, if you do a 5 body point shock, there'd be a 50-50 shot of you.
You're going to die. You only have 4 hit points. You're going to die from this, but we got a 50-50 shot of... Love it. Hostilities. So what I'm guessing here, yeah, okay, I can already see it.
Timeline.
Yeah, it's the time because so this kind of solidifies my point that they weren't part of the game before now, which is fine. You know what? It's better to have more than just the spiders. Maybe they're a little weaker than the spiders. Maybe the spiders kind of still stay in the background. The arachnids kind of, as when you're powerful enough to fight them. Why are they still pretty tough?
Yeah.
Oh crap. All right, well, let's do this first. An Atlantean. All right, they look really disturbing. Let's see. So 2 kilograms per 1 nanopoint. Okay. Size class, nanopoint divided by 10 equals size class. So what's size class human? Was it 4?
4 or
something
6,
like
I forget.
Yeah, something like that. So, okay. Strength, special.
It depends how many nanites there are.
Oh, yeah. 120 are impervious. IQ 60. That's a lot of math. What?
60 to 120. What the hell's the times 2 for? How do you times 2 your brain?
Hive mentality?
I guess.
By the way, if you're game mastering this game and you're like, why don't you guys know this? Explain it to me. Get the damn book and read it yourself. We're just showing what's left in the book.
Oh, wait, here's the asterisk. Atlantean primes are individuals with their own unique personalities. Even the Atlantean drones are based off a prime and have elements of their personality. As such, statistics such as intelligence, intuition, aggression, and charisma vary from Atlantean to Atlantean, whether they're primes or drones. Intelligence always has a ×2 statistic multiplier. The strength of an Atlantean is equal to its size class multiplied by 20.
Wow.
So its size class is nanopoints divided by 10. So how do they?
I don't know. It's math. Let's just look at the cool pane. Pictures. Like, I like pictures.
All right.
No.
Wow, this is terrifying. Look how it's getting bigger by absorbing things.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Pictures nice, math bad today. Holy crap!
How nanopoints work? I want to read this.
Okay, what page? What page? I'll get it on the screen.
PDF 445.
There we go.
Swarm size, strength, and toughness. Swarm body points. Nanopoints are treated as the swarm's body points. Nanopoints do not represent a single nanite. They represent a cluster. Swarm size class. As the nanopoint total increases, so does the size class. Nanopoint divided by 10 equals size. Good.
Swarm that goes back to the picture.
Yep.
His size class is getting bigger as he's bringing in more.
Absorbing more nanopoints. Yeah. The strength of the swarm is equal to its size class multiplied by 20. Once a swarm reaches size class 8, its strength is treated as 150 times 2. Size class 8, that's not, it's big, but it's not super big.
Didn't we figure, I forgot, wasn't size class 8 or 9, like somewhere around there, was the biggest in the game? I thought it was 15, but I think that came from a different game. I don't want to look back.
Well, let's just find out what a RAM Python size is.
2.
No, probably not 2. It's alphabetical, right?
It's under Pythonian.
Oh, there you go. Pythonian. There we go. Size class 8. So when it reaches 8, its strength is 150. It's maxed out strength, 150 times 2. So a maxed out RAM Python is the same strength and the same size as a 150 strength times 2 nanite swarm. That's awesome.
It's a mechanical green slime, maybe. Ouch! Just punched my table for no good reason. So you're back on 445. So you said the strength of the swarm is equal to its size class multiplied by 20. Once a swarm reaches size class 8, its strength is 150. All right. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah. Dividing the swarm. An Atlantean can divide itself into multiple small swarms by dividing the total nanopoints between the swarms. The new swarms has the same physical characteristic as the original, except for their size class and strength, which are determined by their totals.
Hence the green slime comment.
Yeah, all swarms are remotely controlled by the original swarm. If the original is destroyed, all swarms cease to function. Dividing a swarm requires, so if you are like, size class 13 juggernaut of a thing, you can just will chunks of yourself off to create shock troops in front of you, and you have to kill the main one for all those to actually die. That's great. Wow, when they make bad guys, they did not hold back.
But I mean, I like it. I think it's neat. I would only ever want to fight one.
Now I know why they made space combat, because everyone's running away.
Oh, look, it's Cloud City. Oh, it really is Cloud City. Joke's on you, Max. You were right. All right. So, I thought there was a third evil race. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought there's a third evil race they put in the game. Okay, chapter 13. Now we're going to get into the universe. We talk about the Alliance. We've got our tech levels, things that we've asked a bunch of times. Life in the 23rd century. Yeah, sure. Different types of worlds. You remember we talked about the tier worlds before, the technology class worlds and so forth. But this is more about tier 1 worlds. What if I remember correctly? Tier 1 worlds, like I'm trying to use the Star Wars. Was it Core Worlds, Outer Rim, blah blah blah. It's essentially corporate
Man,
plan.
they really put in politics and and geopolitical nonsense in this
That was in all
with
of it.
with the tech level thing.
Well,
Because
I mean,
it starts
that
off
was in the
saying tech
original.
level are a joke because they lobby Congress to bring down something's tech level so they can sell it to more planets.
Well, there you go. Now, how did you get that item? Well, it's only tech level 3. What do you mean tech level 3?
It's a
battle
proton
mech.
pack. What are you talking about?
Proton. Talks about law, the police, you know, we can talk about groceries. Alliance culture, popular Trivid shows. This is to get into the whole like, hey, I want to actually be immersed in the game, which I'm for.
This is for flavor. Yeah.
I'm for this type of stuff.
Yes.
Now, should you have to know this the first time you play the game? No, you're going to be suffering through the rules. You're going to be trying to figure out how to play it first.
You're right. That's going to be your main problem. This is the game master's problem, to project this flavor that the game master has to know to you. So you don't need to read this. The game master needs to read this and properly convey it to the players through, you know, world building.
And I wish you luck. What you do is you just keep everybody in space so they never land anywhere.
Yeah, there you go.
Everything's mail order. Amazon's got drones still flying out to your spaceship. Okay, now we're getting into the corporations, the megacorps. It's kind of Shadowrun-esque in that regard, where each megacorps hate each other. So how we played the game in the past is you didn't start off by shooting spider people.
No,
you started
especially
off
now, because if you start off by shooting spider people, you just start off making a new character.
Yes. You started off, you know, getting in good with a megacorp by, you know, attacking other megacorps or subverting other megacorps. What the hell? Is that an old Orion lady? That's grandma. That's mom from Futurama.
Yes, it's mom from Futurama. Exactly right. With a grenade.
Well, yeah. So, there you go. SSDC. Isn't that the name of the original company for Battlelords? I think it is. I think SSDC is the original company for Battlelords. Like the game. My headsets are on, so I don't want to grab it, but I'm pretty sure SSDC is. You can go to ssdc.com.
Oh, there's Cyberdyne. There's that.
Cyberdyne. Does it spell the same?
You passed it, yeah.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, bio Cyberdyne.
Oh, wow.
It's above grandma.
It's above grandma. Yeah, okay. Huh. Not a tumor.
Well, how do you think the Atlanteans came about? Duh.
Fair. It's got a bunch about the military. Okay, mercenaries and spies. Hopefully you're not getting dizzy with all this scrolling. They do have some nice logos, considering that it's a futuristic, you know, type game. I do like how they handle some of these logos. Maybe a little bit too much shading on this one, but oh, hey, quibble. That's just a quibble. What is that? That looks... Oh, that's Zen. Okay. Ranks and types. Like, remember, everything in this game is based on the Eridani. Just, they're like, we have to have a rank. We have to have a structure. Damn it. So here you go. And this is important because it actually tells how much your character will get paid.
Yeah.
So when you have to save up for...
pay per year, per month, per week? What?
I don't know. Looking at the number, I'm guessing it's a year, but I hope it's a month. See, obtaining rank and type concentrations. Each that's concentration. Obtaining the minimum tech level. Pointed. Does it say? Enlisted requirements. I'm sure we saw it at some point. I don't know. Considering how much you know, their armor costs, I hope that's a month.
Yeah. Hey, Battlelord is varied. That's basically you gotta.
This isn't even close to being accurate, though.
Why is that?
Name one E1 that only gets paid half of what an E9 makes. You can look up what people make, at least for the U.S. military. And E1 wished he only made half of what an E9 made. Medical salary. Oh, here we go. Character salary is based on occupation. Some characters, like full-time bounty hunters, privateers, salvagers, don't get paid a salary to get paid per job. Yeah, that makes sense. Game masters have to make sure characters are who are self-employed have enough jobs to pay the bills. All right, so salary. That's an annual salary.
Well, you know what? If you're actually in the military, all of your equipment's paid for. So
yeah, but you can't. Nope, you're getting this. But I want the Omega kit. Nope, you're getting this.
Sorry, you're getting this.
That's one of my complaints about BattleTech with everybody like modifying mechs constantly. But is it my heritage? Shut up. If you're fighting for a house, sure, you could have a mech that's a little different, but no. You're fighting for the military. Use what they give you. Just came out of the academy. You don't get to modify your mech. Bounty hunters. I know some asshole's going to post, well, actually, some are hereditary and some are this. Shut up. It's a military vehicle. You don't get to modify it. Play it as is. If you can't play a dervish with all of its heat problems, learn to play. There we go. Max has spoken. Threats.
Boom.
The Atlanteans. We've already talked about them. What'd you say?
Boom.
What if this was an Atlantean right here? Just coalesced all that nano.
They just decided to make a city and hide like a transformer.
Yeah. And then just waited there for like 5 years as people moved in. And you think you got this
or squished everything inside him and then mowed down the rest of the city he was built around. Yeah. That'd be great. Trick or treat.
There you go. Yeah. What's your costume? City. I had to stop for a second on Uncle Ernie.
I hate that guy.
Oh, I missed some chat. I'll be well, guys. Sorry, Bruce. Didn't see you chat until a little late. Yep, you have a good one, sir. Thank you for being here. Other threats. Saurians, here we go. See, I think I've heard of them before, but Saurians, who are all members of the Saurian Confederacy, are a species from the Magellanic. My God, what is going on with talking?
I don't know.
Magellanic clouds.
Did you see Uncle Ernie's net worth?
Oh, that's it. So 1,000 million, billion, 30 trillion. Well, inflation, man, that's not really all that much.
That's not what that's all. Yeah, okay.
Wow. Zarians are members of... Okay, what are they? They're primarily encountered in Alliance space in their role as merchants. Well, why are they a threat? Travel to Zarian Confederation severely restricted, and the Galactic Law doesn't reach its hand there. Oh, okay. Not much is known, so this is a place where GMs can have some fun. You know what? I don't want to deal with the main universe. I want to deal with my own little design of it. You make it here.
Yeah.
Race of bipedal salamander like humans, salamandroid. Although semi-reptilian in appearance, the salamanders are actually quite cunning and intelligent. Why? Because they're a lizard, they have to be stupid? Is that what you're saying? All lizards are stupid?
We already know all spiders are geniuses.
Fair, right? Character is eco-terrorists and pirates. Lizard pirates, that's great. Okay. Krakens. Oh, let me guess, they're Kraken in space. Centipede-like aliens with a chitinous exoskeleton. Okay, not quite. They have longer limbs on their backs that allow them to manipulate objects and use tools. Oh, great. Centipedes with arms.
In space.
In space. You know, if this was real, this would make me just want to end NASA right now. Oh, wait, NASA ended itself. This would make me want to end Musk right now.
SpaceX, all that stuff.
Yeah. No. Stop it.
Virgin. Well, you're not going to be a virgin after you get raped by a space centipede with 18 arms.
Right.
So, yeah, Sir Brandon, whatever the hell your name is, shut your hole. Stay on Earth. If all this stuff was out there, I wouldn't rest until I made the Earth radio silent. Just all of it. No emissions whatsoever. Just a black hole in space. No one could find us because we just aren't there.
That'd be the technology I'd work on. Like, how do I hide Earth? No, how do I hide the solar system?
Yes.
The whole thing. How do we make somebody believe that a Mutsukin just vanished our sun? Oh, well, there goes that one.
Yep.
You know, and nobody wants to build a highway through the area either. Just
Yeah,
ignore
yeah.
just,
No. It's not just be invisible. It's look like a dangerous anomaly.
there you go.
Yes. Oh no, that is a black hole, or that is a time space hiccup, or whatever the hell is in the universe that would do that to make people stay away. The equivalent of a stink bomb in a church. Just not that I've ever done that.
Hey, you remember the themes of hashtag RPGate, right?
Yes.
All right. So we have some themes here for the Battlelords universe. In the trenches, it's kind of a gritty thing. It's got your World War I feel. It's the whole concept of, oh my God, overwhelming odds, and you got to figure out how to handle it. That's for a military game. It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Oh, overcoming racism and stereotypes. No. He's a mushroom head. Get over it. All Rams are stupid and need to be destroyed. All of them. Because Scissorak are awesome and Rams are horrible. If you allow one in your game, you're a bad person. No, you don't. You don't overcome racism and stereotypes. You portray the stereotypes and you work together. If that's overcoming racism, that's fine. But if you have to overcome it, you're not going to. They're different species. Scissorak are absolutely better than Rams on every level. They're not as strong. Doesn't matter. You don't need strength. I've got cunning and 8 attacks around. Fuck your game. This is like, I was going to say some positive things about this game, but fuck your game. It's racist. No, it's speciesist. And that's okay. Inequality of income, the haves versus the have-nots.
What?
You're in the military. You're in the fucking military. You always have not, except for with the military. Jesus fucking Christ. Runaway capitalism, no such thing. Dark humor. Oh, now we're back on the actual game concept now. Great. What about runaway socialism? What about runaway authoritarianism?
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's right. A ram python just has to be smart enough to bring in a ball of yarn and hide his thwackum stick behind his back.
You're right. You're right. They didn't put that in this game. Whoa, holy shit. I just had a squirrel jump onto my window and grab it. And now it's up in the tree.
Okay. Apparently you have very clean windows.
It would just pop, and then jumped up into the tree. It was like, it's not like it was gripping anything. It gripped the window. Okay, back on the game. That was, yeah. So the way the Rams defeated the Scissorak is they, it doesn't say it in this book, but in the previous editions, is they took what do you call it? Like basically tinfoil, strips of tinfoil, and they tied it to trees, and it'd wave, and the Scissorak would be what? And then they'd come up behind him with whack-em stick. Poof, die, kitty. Or they'd shoot him, but whatever. Because Rams aren't that stupid. But still, yeah. This is ridiculous, though. If you're gonna say one, you have to say the other. Do you not understand that even in Shadowrun, when you have it's corporatism. What they're trying to say is corporatism, not capitalism. But because they're dumb shits that probably work in the academic fields and want to change definitions of things. See, now you pissed me off. I was going to say some fucking good things about your game. Now you can take this game, light the fucking thing on fire.
It gives you hints on running arachnids.
What page?
PDF 516.
Oh, Jesus, you scrolled way down. Is it just me, or did they turn the Fentari more neon than in the past? Maybe they always were like that.
Yeah. The arachnids are probably one of the easiest antagonists for the GM to run. You don't have to deal with a wide variety of gear and weapon types, and typically there's 2 or 3 arachnid minions that are suitable for fighting characters regardless how experienced, well-armed they might be. In addition, arachnids tend to attack en masse, relying on their superior numbers to overwhelm They don't need superior numbers, man! This allows players to mow down opposition, which can be a bit more fun than shooting the same well-armed merc over and over again, waiting for... Oh, wait a minute. Is this playing an arachnid?
What? No, I hope not.
This minimizes chance of character getting killed if the GM underestimates the lethality of the opponent's weapons. The real risk to characters these types of fights is getting worn down by repeated attacks or running out of ammo.
Well, running out of ammo, I can see. Did you not see how powerful that? Well, okay, hold on. We were comparing natural stats to natural stats, right?
Yeah.
Let's be fair. The characters are going to be wearing armor.
Yes, it doesn't matter because the natural arachnid stats are OP characters with armor.
Yeah, this doesn't mean arachnids can't pose a threat individually. You think?
No, they definitely do. All of them. The frontline grunt. Goddamn genius. Maxed out constitution, maxed out strength.
You know what I do like though is I do like the running the Atlanteans. These are good chapters or subject headings, whatever, sections. There we go. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm still angry about that whole political
they're
nonsense.
Effectively immortal. Even when you kill them, they don't really die because they have a hive mind type thing going on. They have, they have backups on backups. That's fine.
All right, experience, prestige. How much more of this book do we have to go? It's like 100 pages left. Armor, hin, CCM, food, water until you puke. Yep. And okay, is this a tech level examples? Okay, so here you go. Actually, this is a good chart. I like this because it's good. Gives you an idea of like what I've got. This weapon. What is it? What tech level is it? I don't know. Oh, it shoots lasers. All right, so that's tech level 3. Observation checks, how to utilize them. These are good game master. Yeah, crush damage.
It should be on all of these should be on the game master divider. The little
that now wraps around you. It's like a panorama. Yeah. You just sit in the middle of it. Like, hold on. It's what was that show?
Parks and Rec with the
Parks and Rec. Yes,
the circle. Yeah.
And he kept turning around. Anybody wanted to talk to him? Yeah. It's funny that dude's a douche in real life, but his character is amazing. Game Master's eyes only past this point. Oh, we can't show you. We'll be selling state secrets. All right, so what's next? I just want my security clearance. Oh, Thunderbirds and energy weapons.
Thunderbirds are go. I had to do it.
Yes, you did. God, I just had flashbacks.
Wait. Go back.
This is an adventure. Oh, that's why. Okay. Wait, is it an adventure? This scenario. Okay, yeah, we're not going to go through this, but there's a scenario.
First go to PDF page 531.
Yeah.
Look at that. You know what that is? That's Star Trek, the original series Doomsday Machine.
Oh, yeah, the Doomsday.
Yep, that's what that is.
Well, Commander Decker's in here somewhere.
Yeah, I left 3 ovens on. I got to go home.
You're on the ship with him.
Pilot, you left your ovens on too. We got to go home.
So this is scenario. I'm not gonna show this scenario. Not like anybody's gonna pause it, to get all the secrets, but just in case. All right, and then we'll skip all the way to the backside, and we'll look at character sheets, and then I think we'll call it. Oh, those are actually characters. All right, here's a blank character sheet. The scenario goes all the way to the end. So name, rank, species, strength, constitution, obviously full half, and everything's on here. Like typical, and it's not this game's fault, it's literally every game's fault. There is not enough room for all the information you need to put for your weaponry and so forth. I use note cards. I had like the rough stuff in here, but I use note cards for all my stuff. That's just normal to every game. It's got the bump chart here, which is good. I think that's a good addition. Options. Caffeinated or no? Yes or no? Or middle finger. Okay. Middle. My wife is the most beautiful person ever. She flips me off when I ask a question. Let's see. Yeah. These are your matrix powers, if you remember that. Short description. That's a very short description. Like, yes, blows things short. Up.
That's not enough description.
And we get to the back of the book. Role-playing in a galaxy at war, and apparently very political. I'm not going to let that drop. I'm pissed now. I'm only pissed because the other side wasn't shown. That wasn't capitalism. It's corporatism. Learn your fucking terms, you dipshits. Ugh.
So,
and yes, corporatism gone crazy. That's the same concept as like Shadowrun, right?
yeah, same concept.
Yeah.
It's a tribe mentality, basically.
Yes.
Yeah,
Eh,
but this game, in a nutshell, overall I am not impressed.
I want to caveat that. Just like ask you this.
Okay.
Are you talking like overall Battlelords universe, or are you talking specifically 7th edition?
Specifically this edition. That's all I'm talking about right now. I am not impressed. I wouldn't buy it.
I did.
You did. I wouldn't buy it. Thank you for jumping on that grenade. The main problems are the combat rules have been greatly, I don't want to say expanded, but almost purposefully
Incoherent.
yeah. And when it has problem defining terms. When you bring up a brand new term for the first time, like body points or heavy points or heavy damage, HD, HP, stuff like that, you need to define it all but immediately. So the reader understands this new information, and every time it comes up in the future, he'll know what it means. This game has a problem doing that in a timely fashion. You get a brand new term, a brand new game term, and it doesn't define it. I don't even want to say it doesn't even define it right away. It doesn't even define it in any kind of timely fashion.
And there are a couple of tricks that books use to get around that. The first one is a lot of books will have a definitions page right at the beginning.
Right.
Another one that we use, it's more inline, where it's
stuff.
It's like the first time you use a term, first of all, you spell it out. You don't use the acronym. You put the acronym in parentheses. And if you need to, you either put it in a sidebar, or you put it in a little box, or you put it in something that defines it right there. You might want to finish your paragraph first, and I get that. But you still put it right.
Yeah, all you got to do is put an asterisk on it, and then have a text bubble somewhere on the same page.
That's another option
there. And boom, you're gold, right? You can flip to, oh yeah, okay, got it. Okay, and now I understand what you're talking about. But they don't do that at all in this game. It's just they give you a brand new term and then go about their day like everything's fine, which is not fine at all.
This is me. Indigo Dragon just gave away my ending.
Yep. 6th edition Indigo Dragon told us how many pages was combat in 6th edition?
Like 12 or 14, yeah.
Yeah, and in this one it's what, 52? I'm just guessing, but it seemed like 52.
Was interesting that spent a lot of time talking about that stuff. See, I didn't get it until after the Kickstarter. I honestly didn't even know about the Kickstarter, which is weird. Not that I spend all my days following this game, but I mean, I did check the SSDC sites on occasion, and I do like Battlelords. I like the Battlelords universe, but knowing this, I wouldn't have bought it either. Like, if I had known that, I wouldn't have bought it, because that's a turnoff for me. Look, all I ask is that if you're going to do it, you're just balanced about it. That's it. If you're going to say capitalism bad, we'll show the other side of a strict authoritarian or I don't want to say communist,
communism or socialism.
Yeah. Anything in its extreme is bad.
It's going to be bad. Yeah. So it's going to hurt as many people as it helps.
And racism, there's a difference between racism and speciesism. And yes, a group has to work together. As a Scissorak, I have to understand that I need that ram. That ram is going to take the bullet for me while I'm hopping around trying to get into position. But you don't
have a beer with him.
Well, I might if he's on my team. It depends. But then again, I'm a Scissorak. I'm not going to have a beer with any male. It's, to act like that's got to be a game construct.
Oh my God, sexism too. Rage.
Right, but because we want that goes absolutely against, and I'm putting it up here so everybody in segment 1 can now see this. That goes absolutely against. These are the 3 tenets of playing a role-playing game: having fun. Games are escapism, not representation. Games are about entertainment over activism. You're there to have fun, not worry about real world stuff, unless you're playing a game literally based on the real world. And if you want to role play MLK's march or sitting on a bus or something, well, that's on you. It's not how I play games. and organic diversity from natural inclusion. You know what? Battlelords is a perfect example of organic diversity from natural inclusion. Look, we need you on the team. You're good at your job. We want you. I don't care what your species is. And you know what? Yeah, people are going to make fun of you. You're a dirty ginger. Okay, it's going to happen. What was it? In World War II, you're just a Quaker pacifist. Well, you know what? That Quaker pacifist just saved your ass. So, you might be a Quaker pacifist, but you're still patting him on the back.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you were a head in a box, and now you're a whole body. So,
whatever you got to say about that, Zen.
Yeah. Like, if you don't have arms and fight next to me, I will not defend you. And then this guy saved your life 3 times. And then you got to say, maybe he's all right. Maybe he's okay. You still don't have to love him, but you got to respect him.
Yeah.
And that's what Battlelords should be. That's what any military structure is like.
Yep.
That's what any military structure is like. You get people from all over your nation into one room. You're going to have personal conflicts. You're going to have political conflicts. You're going to have social conflicts, religious conflicts.
Look, you talk funny because you're from another area.
Yeah, exactly. In any group in the military, you are going to find one example of a Hatfield and a McCoy working in the same place. All right, you're going to find it, but it's the training and the discipline that allows you to put that stuff aside for the mission. And that's what Battlelords. That's what I thought Battlelords was when I played it in 6th edition. When I played it 4th edition or whatever.
Yeah, I think we played 4th.
Yeah. And that's where we went. I mean, I rode a Ram Python and Max played a Scissorak. I do not recall
I rode a Ram Python
constantly sniping at the Ram Python during a mission. During a mission, it was business.
Well, I would say things like, well, if you can handle it.
Yeah, you'd say backhanded bullshit like that, but you wouldn't be openly antagonistic during a mission because that would get us all dead.
Oh, my beautiful wife. Yeah. There's shares. Well, you weren't part of the real Air Force. You were medical.
He's the Zen.
You know, it's funny. Yeah, people would say the same thing about me. It's like, you're not part of the real Air Force. You draw pictures. You realize I'm more combat trained than most of you because we were combat camera.
Yeah. Yeah. And people would say the same to me, because I never went overseas but I was trained in combat communications, and in the line of work I was going to go into, I switched with someone to go to Andrews. I was going to a forward combat communications unit. In the last major conflict, the life expectancy for someone in my position was 13 minutes. Once engagement happened, what does the enemy go for? Communications. That's what they go for. That's what they do.
So here we go. When it pops up on my thingy here, there we go. So we were Air Force, Chair Force, and you guys don't get trained in anything. Here's the Army brat talking. Yeah, there you go.
Army guy, computer guy, no combat. Computer guy. Whatever. Well, from what I understand, in the Army, you have 2 jobs. Your first job is always
Soldier.
grunt, and then your second job is your specialization.
I think the Marines say it best because they use that rifleman term.
Yeah.
You're a rifleman first, and whatever your job is second. Yep.
Right.
All right. Well, I mean, I didn't know. Somebody, again, I cannot verify this, so I'm going to put the comment up again if I find it, only because I cannot verify it, although I now believe it. So the fact that the game is written by some SJWs, I guess it makes sense. I mean, we kind of saw that at the beginning, but then again, I also know that the tone of games as a whole is changing.
Yeah, it's getting less flavor and more, grits, bland oatmeal bullshit. Just
homogenization
thing that'll sell.
Yeah. Or well, they think though because they spend too much time on Twitter, they think that's the only thing that'll sell. Right. So we did see that from the beginning. I've had some communications with at least one of the developers for this, and he was very insistent on the fact that everything that they put in this game is I won't say exactly. Everything they put in this game is what they intended. So,
they intended apparently to do some bad things.
At least not be as coherent as they think they are.
Yeah.
Ultimately, especially once we got toward the end and I started seeing we'll say the recovery of some of the concepts, that I was like, where did this stuff go? Things like, they have to wear robes and crystals and identify themselves. Oh, that's at the back of the book now, not at the beginning of it. It used to be in the actual racial description, things like that. Once I started seeing that coming back, and I saw the thwackum stick in the description, although I thought they forgot to put the thwackum stick's supposed to have like a speedometer on it. So the ram knows how hard he hit. Bam! Oh, only 716 newtons of force, or whatever. But he wouldn't know what a newton is anyway. Probably just shows smiley face or frowny face. But still, there you go, dumb rams.
Wow. All right. But then you got to the game master section, like for the person running the game, and it just had agenda written all over it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like the game kind of was like, because I was so excited about it. Then it's like, oh, okay, space combat, and I don't know enough about the matrices in the past for me to care how it was. Not that I shouldn't. It's just I don't. Heathen Dog. That's why Heathen Dog did last week.
Yeah. I mean, all the lower level stuff was fine, and they made it in this edition to where getting to higher level stuff was really hard, but the higher level stuff was insane, just absolutely batshit bonkers insane. But it takes so long to get there. In a normal campaign, no one's ever going to get to level 8 or level 9 energy bracket. It's just not going to happen. So whatever, it's fine. That's more game master territory at that point, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's fine. That's fine. And then it got to the game master section and it just went downhill.
I'm not going to rate. No, I am going to rate it out of 20. Because remember, natural 20 is a critical success. Natural 1 is a fumble. It automatically loses a point anytime it uses they, them as singular pronouns, which this book does. So it automatically cannot be a critical success. But I rate it as a 7 out of 20. So it's not a fumble or even a horrible, oh my God, miss, but it missed on a lot of marks for me. And most of it has to do with the way the book was written. It might have been a 9, in that average area, if I didn't have experience with its predecessors and had some stuff to compare it to. But knowing that it could have been done better based on its own experience, I had to drop 2 points off of that.
Yeah, and of course, knowing that the only representative for the game that you spoke to is just doubling down on stupid.
Hey, the fact that he talked to us, I'm good. I know there's somebody here who thinks that I'm shilling when I say it. I'm not shilling. I do respect it when people talk to us and give their points. So
that's fine. But anyone who says the thing I made is perfect is probably not someone you want to listen to. Because
the thing that got me, if you remember me saying it, was when he was like, well, yeah, our layout manager, whatever the title was, disagreed with us as well, but we wanted this. I'm like,
they had someone in the room going, this isn't going to work. You shut up. You get out of here. That's probably what happened. Maybe. Violence solves everything. Says it's an automatic miss.
I'm giving it the 7. I'm standing by my 7.
It is playable.
Oops. Yep. Okay.
I just wouldn't want to play it. And
in my own mind, it's a big state in there. All right. Okay. Any final comments you want to say about Battlelords 23rd Century 7th edition?
That was it.